Matty, good to see you. I mean, regardless of what happened last week on a difficult pitch against Dorking, I just wonder how happy you are generally with how things have started. A new head coach, a different looking front line, and yet you've been unbeaten for so long, scoring plenty of goals as well. How pleased generally have you been with that, with how things have gone at the start of this season?
Yeah, really pleased. I think we've obviously, like you said, we made a really good start to the season, minus last weekend. But yeah, the playing style that the gaffer's brought in and all of his staff, Ryan, and that it's really good to play in. It's enjoyable. Obviously, you see a lot of the ball, which is perfect for a player like me. And yeah, it's been a really good start to the season. All the players have brought into it, and yeah, there's a good feeling around the camp, and hopefully we can continue it.
It's interesting you said how it suits particularly a player like you, this sort of possession-based game. We're seeing some of the goals that you scored have involved 10 plus passes in a very patient build-up. It's a joy to watch. It must be a joy to see when that works.
Yeah, obviously it's nice to play in when it comes off, and so far this season, like I said, minus Dorking, it's come off, and we obviously work a lot of it in training. There's a lot of patterns that we go through, and we try and replicate that on the pitch on a Saturday. And yeah, like when we played Aldershot at home, it's nice to, you're touching the ball pretty much up every other pass sometimes, and it's just nice to be involved in. And I think there was like a bit of play that me and Ruben did, and you're just playing 1-2s around players, which is nice to play, and it's what I love playing in. So yeah, so far so good.
How big a change is that from last year when you had players like, well, obviously Cal Roberts and Kyle Wootton, two massively influential players and important on and off the pitch, to lose both of those. Let's talk about on the pitch first of all. You lose those two and it changes. How much has that changed things for you, and in what ways?
Well, I think we just got a different sort of style. Obviously, last season was about keeping the ball, and we were probably very, even though we're very attacking now, I think we've maybe got a bit more of a structure to it. Whereas last season was maybe more of like just all out attack sort of thing, which sometimes was really good and sometimes was probably our downfall. And obviously, yeah, Cal Roberts and Carl Wootton, both very good players, but the gaffer here has brought in other good players to replace them, and they've all chipped in and all gone well so far. So yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, it's interesting on those the two forwards in particular from Gateshead are the ones who are kind of getting all the headlines at the moment. Macaulay in particular having hit double figures so early on in the season. But what good does it do for a team when you've got a striker up there so prolific and you feel like you get a chance on, put it on a plate for him as you've done so often for this season, and the vast majority of times that's going to hit the net.
Yeah, it's obviously really nice as a midfield player to know that you've got someone up there if he gets half a chance, then he's going to more than likely put it in the back of the net, which he has done so far this season. And yeah, even last season we were a team that create a lot of chances, and maybe that was our downfall last season. We'd always have to score the perfect goal rather than sometimes it's just like it's fell to Macca this season. He's just swiveled and it's gone in. And obviously in football, within the game, momentum's a big thing, and if we've got it and we go and score, then we can go and score again. Whereas last season maybe we didn't really capitalise when we were on top, sort of thing. So I think that's a big thing that we've improved on this season.
Speaking to Sam Slocum a few weeks ago, he made an interesting point about perhaps the need sometimes, the benefits sometimes of changing a coach every few years to get fresh ideas, just freshening things up. And I just wonder whether you've benefited that this summer as well, just have another new coach to come in and teach you different things, I guess, to whatever you were doing last year.
Well, yeah, every coach has got their own ideas and their own way of doing things, and you're constantly learning as a player when a new manager comes in, which is always nice. He pushes you in a different way maybe to the previous manager, and he expects like different things sort of. So yeah, it's like I said, it's really nice to play in. He's always pushing me on the training pitch to get as many touches as possible on the ball and get as many passes in and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been really nice to work with him so far.
And I just thinking about the way the league is panning out this season. You look at the same sort of teams already up at the top, and I know it's very early on in the season already, but Solihull and Boreham Wood, fair enough, but there as well. But you look at those that many are expecting to be up there. Notts, Chesterfield, Wrexham. It does feel already, doesn't it, like those clubs and yourself, it's going to be a long battle this season with three teams who it seems early on might accumulate quite a lot of points. It feels like it's going to be a fascinating battle this year.
Yeah, I think obviously, like you said, when you look at the table, they are the three teams plus Solihull, who obviously were very good last season. But we've just got to concentrate on ourselves. It is very early days. You can't really look at the table too much. You just got to keep on going game by game and get into the rhythm of, like, obviously we were 9 unbeaten. We need to get back onto that and hopefully get a win on Saturday and then build momentum and win game after game.
How important is that after the disappointment of last week that you sort of get straight back onto it this weekend at York, just to try and erase that memory?
Yeah, I think it's obviously important to get back to winning ways. I don't think we need to worry too much about last week because obviously it was obviously hard to play our normal game on there, but obviously we're back on a good surface tomorrow, which is good for the way we play, and yeah, we don't need to worry too much because we were looking good before that, and there's no reason why we can't continue that.